Hello, my name is Alun, and today in my time in the afternoon, I'm facilitating a session of Alien Dark. This is my own game, based on Graham Walmsley's work and lifting a lot of thoughts from the Alien RPG. You can get it for free from my itch page. Look for Gallus Games, and you can have it for free because I can't afford the IP battles. This session is being run as part of the Open Hearth gaming community. If you don't know about the Open Hearth, please search Open Hearth gaming community on your search engine of choice and come find us, come play with us, because we think we have a very positive table culture. And we want to encourage more people to play online. Certainly, I would not be playing with all these people scattered across the world if it wasn't for the Open Hearth. We are playing using the community's code of conduct, which even if you don't join the community, you should check out the code of conduct because I think it is a really useful tool when playing with people online or even at conventions, to be honest. We're also playing with safety tools. We're playing with lines and veils. Just to explain to anyone who doesn't know what those are, lines are things that will not crop up in the fiction, and I'd ask the players to check out the safety and links tab, and they'll see some stuff in red on there. That is stuff we won't have. If any of us sail too close to that, then we're using the X card as a way to pause play, where we'll just check in that we're not getting too close to one of our red zones, so to speak. You can either players type X, large and friendly, in the chat, or just make the sign. I'll be honest with you, I tend to look at your faces when I'm playing, so that's much more likely to get my attention than in the chat. But if somebody spots it in the chat, please bring my attention to it. I could play it as well if I think one of you is straying too close to it. So those are lines. Veils are things which could appear in the fiction, but we will draw a discrete veil. The screen will go, screen wipe to somewhere else when that happens. Things like well, because I'm old and British, consensual sex is, of course, veiled behind the curtain. And I think some people have added some stuff to that. There's also a category called Ask First. If there's some stuff that you'd like to just check in, what that means is that if you think you're going to go in that direction, you will ask the player relevant or the table whether that's okay. I've also put the probably inevitable because this is quite a nasty game. It's a game in which there is likely to be tension and horror and, if we're lucky, gore. And some of the mechanics actually require the players to kind of develop a level of tension as the tension of the game rises. So, there are some pretty likely ones in that list. If you want to raise something that's already a veil to a line, then just put a tick in the line box and it will upgrade. If you line one of the probably inevitable, then draw my attention to it because that could get a little tricky just in terms of the kind of game we're playing. Because this is an alien universe game. Yeah, this is a game in which horrible monsters incubate inside human bodies. This is a game in which sometimes corporations encourage them to do so. And we are playing based on the Alien RPG's Destroyer of Worlds, where I'm using some of that to scaffold these two sessions. And this is a Marine squad, so violence and death is likely. So, with all that in mind, let us consider the rest of our character creation. I'm going to share the screen just so people can see our thousands of viewers can see what we're doing here. So I'm going to go right to left on this because Will, you have played this game. So I'm going to start with you. Now, we have your corporate rep. You are a consultant accompanying this Marine squad. Yeah? Civilian consultant seconded from your corporate employer. What did you used to do? You'll find that there's on row 15 what you used to do. Before you joined the corporation, what did you do?
Um, well, I was kind of thinking of to round out the squad and to explain the insertion with, I was thinking that I might have been a former officer, like in the military, um,
Okay.
perhaps in the Three World Empire. Uh, Basically, I'm thinking, what is it called? Sandringham.
Okay.
The officers thing, like on
Sandhurst.
the yeah, Sandhurst, that's it. On the officer corporate fast track, like so many of the landed gentry type of our current time and of the future.
So
So
you've been through military training and you've come out the other end, and the corp sponsored you through it,
yeah,
and now you are working for the corporation. I like
I am.
that.
And out of my, you get you get one of two choices from your
Yeah,
corporate.
I want to come to those last
Yeah,
once we've
okay,
got a
sure,
range
yeah,
in front of
sure,
us. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, okay. What about Marine Rifleman Tamsin Tam Volk, Rich? Um, you are currently a Colonial Marine. What did you used to do before joining the Corps?
I was thinking that Tam was a laborer and that she inherited the indentured debt of her parents because they basically paid with labor for travel to a new colony and then died, and their years hadn't paid off, so she started that and really wanted out and joined the Marines.
Okay. Let's go along to Doc Reina. Ed, what are you thinking for Doc Reina, our medic, our squad medic?
Yeah, I imagine that Jose was just so bad at farming on a frontier world that someone had to pull teeth and do sort of like that basic medic stuff. And yeah, that's how he came into it. And steady paycheck, security of 3 meals a day. That's what lured him into the Marines. Yeah.
Fine. Now, I just want to make sure that you've picked up that medic offers you the same choice of expertise.
Oh, I see. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, I
but
hadn't picked up on that.
what it does mean is that you can have both of them. You know, you could get the sci-tech as the corpsman and the persuasion as in your background, or vice versa, right? As long as you're content that that hasn't narrowed down your choice of expertise too much.
That's a great observation. I wasn't aware of that. I wonder if would it be, just for the sake of diversity, let's see, what would be, I guess the alternative might be a laborer or a criminal, maybe. Perhaps, I can sort of change his background.
Again, my advice would be to choose something that's not already on the table, because again, that will duplicate across the characters and inevitably limit some of your spotlight time.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a great point.
But we do not
Um,
currently have a criminal.
yeah, why not that?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay. Rory, last but not least, what are you thinking for Ray Mercer, our assault marine? Apart from the big machine gun, what did he used to do? The drop down list on row 15 offers you some
Ah, yes.
options. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking some form of aging veteran Marine who lost faith in the cause and is now some kind of mechanic engineer.
So if you look
There
at
should be a
down the bottom, there's tech on that list of them.
mhm,
If you click on tech, that will give you some idea of. Oh no, hang on, no, not
hmm,
that one. So
apologies.
you are no, that's okay. So you're the assault marine, and then down in row
Apologies.
15, yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Now, if you
apologies.
go down there and select tech, that might give you the kind of expertise you're thinking of.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah,
what I
okay.
had up here. Apologies.
Okay, so let me go back the other way and check in on which, because each of those choices give you two potential expertise. So in the case of Ray Mercer, our assault marine, um, as the assault marine, you get machines and fitness. Fitness is the default for physical capability, agility, strength, endurance, whatever you want.
Yes.
Machines is fixing machines rather than electronics. Which of those two do you want to take?
So it's pick one of each column.
Pick one of each row. So
Of
machines
each
or
row,
fitness.
right. So I would think machines.
Okay. So if I put a line through fitness, there we go. And what about your second, Comtech or analysis?
And for analysis, is that being just basically perception?
Ability to work out what's going on, ability to extrapolate from data you've got.
Yeah, I think that'll be about right. Yes.
Okay. So no Comtech, click on Comtech and you'll see up at the top, there's a little S with a line through it. That'll allow you to put a line through it.
I'm not used to this.
No, it'll take a bit of time. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Let's move along. Ed, Doc Reina. This is a man who's seen the world. Looking at that picture. Sci-tech or persuasion?
So can you elaborate on sci-tech?
Sci-tech is everything. That's your medical skill.
Gotcha.
It's Ash's science officer.
It's biology,
science.
basically.
It's biology, yeah.
Gotcha. I feel compelled to take sci-tech, but we'll log this for a future game. You know, a doctor who can't doctor very well would be really interesting. Yeah.
Indeed so. So no persuasion. What about larceny or unobtrusive? Larceny is the default kind of, breaking into things, stealing things, pickpocketing things, anything larcenous falls in there. These are very broad, and I will, play to make you feel you're enjoying yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think the larceny fits in with the failed farmer. He just had to turn to basically stealing from the other farmers.
Okay, so if you highlight persuasion and again hit that kind of up there at the top of the screen, you should find bold italic and an S with a line through it, strike through. Yeah. Let's come along to Tam Volk. I see you've already made some choices there. Rich, deadly. And fitness. So she is the physically fit specimen in the team so far. And is deadly with whenever she wants to kill things, she gets an extra dice.
I just point and shoot.
And finally, Wynne, our consultant. I see you've gone again for corporate and fitness. Fitness to run away from things, or
fitness is great. I mean, one thing I think is missing from this explanation, Alan, is that you are right about the overlap of skills, right, in terms of like side check or whatever, right? But unobtrusive, cowardice, fitness. Those are the ones that you're going to be rolling when you're running and hiding from things, which you may well be doing, right? Deadly's the one you're going to be rolling when you shoot things. So, like, sometimes having some overlap is good because you are all going to be facing aliens, right? So,
well, who told you that?
Yeah.
Fair point. If anybody wants to go back and reconsider on the basis of that, I'm very happy.
But he's still kept in shape, basically. He's, still does his 100 push-ups every morning, his 100 pull-ups, his calisthenics, all of that kind of stuff. Fine. Underneath his suit, he's a rippling muscle.
Fine. So now, if I take you to row 21 has something marked info. Info is a non-specific character resource that you will accumulate in the game, and you can spend that in ways outlined on the danger and info tab, but we'll worry about that when it happens. The next key question is, why did you join the Corps? This time I think I'll start with you, Ed. If you hit the drop down on row 22, I think, you will see a range of possibilities. Is that each one of them will cause another question to arise. So have a look at those and tell me why you think you ended up in the Corps.
Let's see. I guess maybe progress might, or
okay.
Let me check out debt. Yeah, no, I think probably debt. might actually fit in best with his backstory. Yeah, at some point you just accumulate so much of it that the only place or the only way out is to run away. Yeah,
Yep, yep.
escape your past.
So what do you owe and to who?
Oh, variety. It would be the corporate farms. It would be his neighbors, his family. Yeah, erasing his past or disappearing from it. That felt like the only option left to
Oh,
Jose.
right. So erasing his past and getting so could it be that he is indebted to some criminal organization
Mm, hmm
who wiped that clean and allowed him to move on?
Yeah, no, that would make perfect sense. Maybe he tried to consolidate his debt at high interest rates and eventually just, yeah, could not keep
Fine.
up. And so,
Fine.
yeah.
Well, just put a phrase or a sentence in that box next to the question. It's free text. And consider, just as an aid memoir, so we know some of the backstory. What about boredom? Tam got bored.
It was debt, but I didn't want to have two debts. So, yeah, there was debt, but it's really about boredom. Yep.
What makes the frontier more exciting than the core, Tam?
Oh, well, there are almost no laws. As long as I do what my commander says, then when in my time, it's my time. I get to do whatever I want.
Well, if you would like to put something akin to that in that box as an aid memoir, that would be great. What about our corporate?
Um, I think greed, to be honest. Greed, like he's out there, the whole thing. Greed is good. It's the family way. It's built all these things. It's built better worlds, like and yeah, life is crap, but yeah, he's doing his time in the trenches, you know.
Okay, okay. Now, you've put my career as what stuff do you value more than anything or anyone? Now, I
Yeah.
get that you value your career, but what stuff will promote that career? Is this
Well,
about accumulation of wealth, knowledge? What's
no, no, no. Wealth, knowledge, it's only worth what it's worth to the people above me, That's in the military. There's a chain of command in life and everything, and that's what these people, you might call them, I suppose, if you're being generous. That's what they don't really understand, right? Is that even the money, it's just a way of keeping score at the end of the day. Uh,
okay? So what is your immediate superior expecting from this placement?
Results.
Tangible,
Well,
tangible.
I know, of course, Alan. I've read this book, right? And I know the mission, and I know everything that we're on board to do, right? So what I'm saying is that Wynne is on some level trying to
Well, look,
make sure that Weyland-Yutani gets what Weyland-Yutani wants, right?
okay.
Always looking
So
after the corporate
so
interest.
stuff that will advance my career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Because what I need to know is what can I put in front of the greedy character?
I mean, what you can put in front of the greedy character. We've all seen
back
Aliens.
back around to you, Ro. You've gone for duty by the look of it.
Yes.
You believe in that old-fashioned shit about family, community, and even flag.
Well, that was the closest to what I was
Okay.
thinking. So I don't believe, well, my character doesn't believe any of that shit about the flag or community, but he feels indebted to lost comrades from his
Right.
previous service.
Okay, so this is more about loyalty to the team than it is about duty to the flag.
Exactly.
Okay, what would it take for you to betray them?
It would probably take some form of betrayal for the greater group.
Oh, so if you thought
Heavily protective of the group.
okay, so you're heavily protective of the group, and would it take their betrayal of you?
Mm,
Yeah?
yeah, that would.
Yeah, well,
or maybe purposeful endangerment, or
well,
of the
I
larger
mean,
whole.
you know, you're a grunt in this organization. You can expect purposeful endangerment, let me say. You know, hoorah!
Yeah. So
Fine. Put in there something about they would have to betray me first, or I need to feel betrayed, something like that.
yes,
And that'll give me something to use if and when I need it.
yes.
You've given me some descriptions, folks. I like that. Thank you. And as I said before we started recording, I've added your basic equipment, which well, actually, in the case of Mercer, our assault marine, I picked the M56 squad assault weapon, but you do have a choice, Ro. It doesn't have to be that. It could be the M5 rocket propelled grenade, or it could be further up that column. I think, where's it gone? There's somewhere in there, there is a flamethrower. What have I done with it? One of these days I will incinerate a unit. Would you prefer an incinerator unit or a rocket propelled grenade, or do you want to go with the gyro stabilized M56?
Oh, I think you have to go M56.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an assault marine.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that means you are slow.
Yes.
Now that you've made a choice of your past experience, folks, something else will have appeared down there on row 30. Your additional piece of equipment, the personal piece of equipment you have with you. So in the case of our corp, that's a sidearm. In the case of our labourer, that's heavy coveralls. Now, I'm very happy for you to dump heavy coveralls in favour of either additional grenades or reloads. Rich.
Thank you. I'm grenades. I think grenades seems
Yeah.
appropriate. Yes.
Okay. So that will, if you'll find that down on row 49, I think.
Do I click the right checkbox?
You do. And then the other two are their uses. And there are two choices. There's shock grenades or there's high explosive.
Shock grenades.
Yeah. Yeah. And that will add 1 to your equipment load. So you two are now operating at slow, because each of those little black boxes next to the equipment fills one of your gear slots, your equipment slots.
Damn,
So you may want to
grenades are
think,
that heavy in this? Okay.
well, yeah, but you need to be careful with them, don't you? Apart from a sidearm and your uppers and downers for stress relief, Wynne, our corp, do you take any more equipment with you?
Yeah, I think it's wearing the corporate exec, like nice shirts, pressed trousers and everything, but he's forgone his normal suit jacket, and he has a combat vest over the top of it because he's in with the squad, right? So he's wearing the helmet and he's all. But I don't think maybe a civilian walkie-talkie as well.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it must be said the combat armor comes with squad comms.
Yeah, so that maybe a illegal multi-key if allowed, but
no, I don't think so, because we've got one on the table.
Yeah, okay, that's
okay.
me then.
There is a stock of marine equipment on board the APC that you'll start in, so you might be able to add some stuff later on if you want to. And there's also found equipment. So Tam, yep, got you. Our corpsman, I put standard marine equipment and added your med kit. That illegal multi-key is weightless. It's down there somewhere on the list.
Yes.
You found it?
Yes. And is it the left check mark or the right check mark?
It's the far right check mark.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, there are two columns. So it's the one to the immediate right of illegal multi-key.
Okay, perfect.
That's the one. That's the one. And do you want to take this portable diagnostic device with you, Mercer?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So that I think puts you up by. So if you want that one, that's going to fill your equipment row. You will be.
I'll be very slow.
No, just slow.
All right, right.
You're already slow.
Oh, is there? Yes. Excellent.
And you know, it doesn't matter that you're slow as long as there's somebody else on the team that's slow.
That'd be faster than that.
Okay, so do you want to take that portable diagnostic device?
What kind of functionality does it have?
It would enhance Comtech roles, but then, and you've taken Comtech. Oh no, you took analysis. Sorry. Then fair enough.
So I could probably, it would enhance and that would balance it out. So probably, yeah.
Well, look, what I'm prepared to do, if you want to, I'm prepared to let you swap it for a data tablet, which would enhance your analysis.
Oh, I'll do that, yeah.
Okay, so
Please.
I'll put a tick there, and your equipment load is full. You can always drop stuff, you know, when you have to move quickly. I can't imagine when that would be, but you never know.
Yes.
So with these characters in front of us, then.
Alan,
Yes.
have our select a final expertise option.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I beg your pardon. Thank you for that, Will. Yeah, up there on 20 is a select your final expertise. This is to round out your character, and or to round out the team.
Can I go last? Just
Yeah.
because I paid the most of it, and also the corporate character has the most leeway in what they might know.
He does.
Stuff, you know?
It does. So I've started with everyone but you, Rich. What's Tam interested in to complement deadly and fitness?
Man, now I have to choose first. Okay.
Well,
Let
you
me
can
look at
always
these.
pass.
No. It's good. It's good. It's definitely not cowardly. I've got deadly. What is EVA?
I'd advise against on the grounds that that's really only much use if you're on a starship.
Okay. Persuasion, maybe. Definitely not unobtrusive because that's boring. Definitely not core. Yeah, there's a I think she's a private, so not authority.
Well,
I'm
authority also overlaps into intimidation.
Oh, well, that's tempting.
We don't have a driver. Yeah.
You do.
Ooh.
You have a
Have a
dedicated
synth.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, authority, but not through authority that she's earned, but because she's
she's just a
thinks
hard
she's
ass.
deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a hard ass.
Yeah. Let me go next to Rory. What are you thinking to round out your skill set?
Well, I'm feeling something along the lines of machines or vehicles, but I don't know how useful vehicles would come if we have a dedicated driver. An NPC.
As long as you have a dedicated driver, you're fine.
That's a very good point. That would give us more options if I was able to. So, yeah, I think vehicles, would that be?
Yeah.
Everyone agree?
Yeah, you're getting some heads up on that. Okay, vehicles it is. Ed, what about Doc Reina?
I think I'm going to grab the unobtrusive, just to sort of round them out.
Absolutely, like that. Okay, so and finally,
So we've got vehicles, authority, and unobtrusive. Someone's got Comtech covered. No one's got Comtech covered yet. Have they? Like a skill? No. So I will take Comtech. He, during his time in the officer corps, he was in the signals military intelligence unit. Before becoming a thingy. So on that basis, I want to take a portable diagnostic unit as well from the stores.
That works for me. You got plenty of scope for that. Okay. Let me stop sharing. Okay. 72 hours ago, the squad received a recall and evac message. The UPP, the Union of Progressive Peoples, are pushing into this sector of space, and Ariarcus, the colony world where you are on a a standard kind of inspection of material. You've been out in the oil fields of Ariarcus, just checking on stuff. Our corp rep, exactly why were you with this team out there checking, hardware?
Well, Weyland-Yutani's made a substantial dollar investment in these facilities. Obviously, on a private-public partnership loan to the USMC, and I'm it's all hands at the wheel in these situations, and you need someone from exec level to sign off on these inspections. These roughnecks, they damage things, they underreport the dollar value of these facilities. They'll go out there and they'll say that they've not been maintained as per their contract. But I'll tell you right now that USMC is going to reimburse Weyland-Yutani for the full price of those facilities. Thank you.
Fine. So Weyland are leasing all the oil equipment here. Yeah. Okay.
Clear.
And yeah, this is a recall because there is a chance that the UPP may seek to put boots on the ground. Now, this colony world is economically, and that's maybe why Wynne is along, because this colony world is on the edge of economic sustainability. And it could be that it's not worth fighting for. And what it sounds like to the Marines in the APC is that someone up the chain has made the judgment that this is not worth fighting for. Quite what happens to civilians in this context, at the moment, you have no knowledge. But the Corps says, get back for evac, you get back for evac. So you've cut the inspection to a short and you have headed back. Now, it must be said that comms since then have been pretty spotty. A snowstorm, the temperatures here vary between cold and bloody cold. And a snowstorm has swept in across the colony. So comms are spotty. The difficulty of getting SATCOM through this muck is challenging. So you're in the APC. Jane, your synth, is up front driving. You're rumbling along. Tam, who do you want to talk to that gives us some flavor of your character?
I think I'm seated. So we're in the buckle down
Yeah.
unit. Yeah. And Tam is not as cool and collected where she would fall asleep in such a thing, but she doesn't seem bothered by the rough terrain. She'll look across the way at Doc and say, "You think we're going to leave all these colonists behind?"
Typical corporation bullshit. Yeah. I think Doc has got some kind of a nicotine stick. And he just takes a pull on it. It just sort of brightens his face, sort of cinematic, just sort of this blue haze. This is my third time. I know these all end bad. I don't believe this. What do you think?
They're fucked. They're all fucked.
Oh,
well.
Doc, the squad NCO, and for this I'd like to move to the rest of the squad tab, please. The Marine NCO intervenes. Now, you'll see that there's a couple of options on row 4 of the rest of the squad that offers you the chance to choose or overwrite the character of your squad NCO. So Doc, select one of those options or something else. I mean, it's a very long list. Embarrassingly long now I come to look at it. In a moment, Rich, I'm going to ask Tam to add a second kind of aspect to this NCO's character. But what are you thinking, Doc?
I'm skimming through the list, but I'm looking for something like duty, right? That almost, sort of, if I could just sort of fill in some spaces or gaps, but it's uh, almost suicidal. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Is there one you
I
could
think
suggest?
you can type it in.
Okay.
Just go in there and type
Oh, I
something, and
see.
it should
Yes.
stay. It'll warn you shouldn't, but I think you should be able to.
So something
Um,
maybe like intense sense of duty, or something
yeah.
to just describe that this is at another level, right? This is like
Okay.
a degree or two beyond. Yeah.
What else do we know about him, Tam, that he's about to display in his intervention in your conversation?
Uh, we have to, I think, ambitious. Like he's super duty pilled and also overly ambitious. It's a terrible combination.
um, and he intervenes. He says, "Marines, shut up about that. It's above your pay grade. It's above my pay grade. So just do the job, okay? Volk, I'm looking
Affirmative.
at you.
Got it. Got it. No problem, sir.
And if Rich, do you want to put in a name in column B on there? We'll worry about Nilo in a bit. What about Wynne? Who does Wynne want to have an interaction with somebody, and if so, who?
No, I think that Wynne is quite aloof from the squad. You know, he's very he's one of those people who's very chummy when you talk to him, but it's all very superficial. You know, like the second that you're not talking to him, he's just back to just gazing out the window, like, he's above you all kind of thing.
Well, that's why he's sitting at the front of the APC looking at those screens with the LT.
Mm.
So what have you choose a characteristic? What do you think you know about the LT? Because he's on you don't be talking to these grunts. He's socially much closer to you. So tell me something about our LT.
He's inexperienced, you know. Wynne, I think, sees a lot of what he was like when he came through officer school, and he was, full of training but very little real world experience, right? Um, some people might have like empathy in that situation, but all Wynne sees is this, Wynne's just got this thin vein of like veiled disgust at like, and he's very patronizing to the lieutenant, but maybe the lieutenant doesn't even realize that he's being patronized by this, you know.
Okay.
Wynne's
Yeah.
telling him what to do, basically. Like every time the lieutenant said, Wynne's like, you want to do this. Yeah, this is actually the better way to do things, Lieutenant.
Okay. Well, on the basis of that, what is his reaction to that? Do we see some other characteristic based on you tell me he's inexperienced? How does he react to being told?
Do I get to choose a second
Yeah,
characteristic?
because I think
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with insecure.
Oh
So he's
wow.
not, yeah. So I think he's he's one of those people who, when he gets told these things, he tries to pass it off as his own idea. He's like, of course, yes, 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 and we should do that, yes. And and Wynne's like, yes, of course. I mean, you'll go far in this, Benedict. I can call you Benny, right? Uh,
Yes, Mr. Wynne, of course you can. Um, for how many combat drops is this, LT? And finally, you've got an interest, Mercer, in machines stuff. There is a contact marine in the squad.
Mhm.
Tell me something about him, either from that
Right.
list or you can overtype it.
So I'm thinking calculated. So calculating,
Yeah,
but
okay.
they'd be maybe a bit cold, just analytical. Ooh, analytical, that's another. That's
Cold and analytical. Okay, he leans over to you.
maybe, yeah.
Analytical?
Yeah.
Okay. He leans over to you and he says, I lay you odds that everyone above a certain rank gets out. And the civvies, and you see him looking up the APC to Wynne, and the civvies who are with any corporation will be the first on the evacuation ships. I lay you odds. You want to bet?
I'll take that bet any day.
Because it's the way the world works, my friend. The way the world works.
Don't have to tell me.
The way we're going to map your trip into Ariarcus is by using the basic move, pursue a longer term objective. On the basic move tab, there is and each of you is going to have a chance to do this before we get to the Marine base, Fort Nebraska. So let me start then with Wynne, who's advising the LT on routes. Can you give me a broad idea, Wynne, whether when the LT is pointing out his proposed approach route, you think you should stay on the main roads or the back roads?
The main roads. The quicker we do this, the quicker we're back at the base. Of course, until we hear word that we've enemy forces down, why would we ever take the back roads? Just a recipe for getting us bogged down in the traffic of these fleeing civilians.
Yeah, I mean, do you think they'll be? I mean, do you think the civilians know?
I'm sure they know more than they're meant to. Loose lips,
Good point. Good point. This is a relatively low stakes opportunity to engage with the dice mechanic, folks. So, if you look at the dice room, you'll see there's a white dice in the middle. And you always get to use that. And on this occasion, Will is going to roll on behalf of our APC. So you always get to roll the white dice. If you have some expertise that you think might be relevant, i.e. in your skill set, then you get to roll the orange dice as well. If I think, or you have a piece of equipment that you think will grant you the bonus dice, or you're deadly and you want to kill something, you roll that bonus dice. And you also have the option always to add a fourth dice, if you want to, the green stress dice. You do not have to wait until you think your character is stressed. The result of the dice roll will tell you if your character is stressed. Okay? So on that basis, Wynne, are we looking at the white dice? Do you think you've got any expertise?
Wynne doesn't. No, not particularly, no.
But the other variable on this is whether your synthetic is driving. And for that, you get the bonus dice. So you are going to roll the white dice and the grey dice. And the way you do this, folks, is you click on the dice that you're interested in, and then there's a green reroll selected button at the top of the page of dice, which will do that. There is no risk involved in this, but I will ask you if you want to add the stress dice, because who wouldn't want to roll 3 dice when you have the opportunity?
That's very true. Very, very true. I just think that the synthetic is really doing this, so Wynne's not particularly stressed. So
okay. Again, you know, the result will tell you whether Wynne becomes stressed.
Oh yes, of course. Well, they've rolled a 2 on double 2s, so we're all about to be some stressed by something, I'm sure.
So 1 to 3, not enough progress made to mark the progress clock. You'll have to come back to also mark danger. Now, danger is the resource. In the same way you have info, I have danger. And it's at the top left of the characters tab. So I'm going to mark the first passive. Now, this reflects the nature of the threat. The threat is passive. Doesn't yet recognize you particularly as a threat. But I do get to do get to put that down. And I think I am going to spend that danger immediately to declare. Oh, no, I don't have to spend it. I can just declare it. Of course I can. I can just declare it. I am going to say that introduce a previously unknown NPC or NPCs. there is a rumble that even inside the APC you pick up as something flies overhead. Tam, what's your response?
Oh, hell yeah. We're getting some air support.
Wynne, what's your reaction when the lieutenant kind of peers at the camera and he says, I don't think that's one of ours.
That sounds like a UPP engines to me. But lower in volume, lower in their base.
Mercer, you're our vehicles expert. Do you think that you would like to know what that was?
Yes, I think I'd be able to tell from the sound.
Well, let's see how good that is, because you get to investigate. You want to ask me a question, use the investigate move. So you're going to roll the white one.
Yes.
So click on that and you should see a little red box come
There we
over.
go.
Your expertise in vehicles will count, so you get to highlight the orange book, orange dice. No bonus for you at this point, but you can always add the stress dice to get 3 dice rather than 2. Would you like to roll the stress dice?
Of course.
Okay, and then there's a green button marked
Reroll
selected. Do your
there
thing.
We go. There we go.
Well, that looks pretty good to me. That's a 6 on the expertise dice.
Yeah.
So investigate. On a 6+, you get the minimum needed to proceed, and the GM will also answer 2 questions. So I am prepared to tell you that that is a UPP dropship.
Right.
Do you want to ask me anything else? And in these circumstances, folks, it's always if you don't think you've got 2 questions you want to ask me, you can always kind of go to the table and say, anyone got follow-up questions? So, but let me start with Mercer. What would you like to know?
Roughly how heavily loaded is it based on the engine note?
Oh, yes. Fully locked and loaded, I think I would say.
So, armed to the teeth.
Armed to the teeth. Would you like to ask a second question?
At what speed which direction is it traveling?
The same direction you are. It looks like it's closing on Fort Nebraska.
Excellent.
Yeah. But on a 6, more happens.
Oh, bro.
But also say what freaks you out and or highlights potential danger. Is it fairly obvious what highlights potential danger here?
Sorry, I'm just looking for the
top left of your basic moves tab.
Basic moves, there we go.
6. You get the minimum needed. I've given you that. You've asked me 2 questions. Say what freaks you out or highlights potential danger. A fully locked and loaded PP dropship.
Just state the obvious then, like
home base, yeah.
Pretty much.
State the obvious. So what it says, roll for stress and mark info. Now, when it says roll for stress, you roll a dice that you think likes you. Just select 1 dice, reroll selected, and that will tell us whether that causes anything to happen to your stress. If you roll higher than your current stress, stress will go up by 1.
Right.
So which dice do you like the look of?
I'm feeling orange. It's
done
me well before.
It has. Go for it.
6 again.
No.
That's really not ideal.
Well, yeah, that means stress goes up by 1. So on your character sheet, you'll see a stress track. You now tick number 2. But you also get to mark info because you've learned something.
Well, you win some, you lose some. So just mark the second box in stress.
Yes, exactly. So there are, and I think we will cut to outside the APC as maybe Jane has pulled over next to some buildings, in the shadow of some buildings. And we will see a variety of UPP dropships streaking over the city. And then in the distance, explosions. That's where we'll take our first break. I'm going to suggest that we are back in our seats at 10 past the hour. I will see you then. Oh, sorry. We come back from our commercial break. And Yeah, I think we come back to seeing the squad sheltering. LT has ordered Jane to bring the APC in under a kind of filling station canopy, so there's a bit of cover from the air. And you're out there in the snow in your cold weather gear, and the LT's got his binocs out and he's trying to work out what's going on in the direction of Nebraska. They're also through the snow and the blizzard, which is now beginning to settle. You know, snow is already, I would have thought, calf deep. You can see there are, you know, lights flashing in the sky, which I think is probably indicative of something going on in orbit. There are explosions all over the colony. Difficult to see detail of where they're hitting. You're feeling explosions more than anything else. Seems to be focused nearer Fort Nebraska than where you are, because you're coming in from the oil fields, and it looks like they're avoiding any damage. They're not bombarding the oil infrastructure. And LT, you can hear LT, on the radio saying, Nebraska, this is Eagle. Nebraska, this is Eagle. Update. We are seeing birds in the air, enemy birds in the air, and incoming fire. Requesting update. And they're coming through on the other end. Doc, what do you do in a pause in the bombardment? What do you say? What do you do when you would swear that coming in through the wind is a heavy bass beat of dance music coming from over there?
Okay. Yeah. So I think visually he would have been, he knows that, munitions means casualties, and he would be, sort of checking his gear, making sure that he's got, sterilized gloves, bags, and then there's this interruption, and it just doesn't compute, and you can see that on his face. Like there's the sense of like, what the, non-recognition, and he's looking around to sort of see where if he can place where that's coming from, and what does it mean?
Over there in the snow somewhere is the best I can give you, unless you want to roll to investigate and spend a bit of time trying to work it out.
So just to make sure that I understand the scene, are we all still in the ATV, or have we
No,
unloaded?
you're outside.
We're
You're
unloaded.
outside. The LT has got you all out, and you're in kind of positions, just staking out the area to make sure you're not subject to a surprise. So you're deployed to protect the APC. Wynne is standing with the LT, heads hunched over, having a conversation. But you're at the point nearest to where that noise came from.
Okay.
Do you want to ask me questions about it?
Yeah, I do want to investigate, and I think Doc is really self-aware of himself and his like limitations. He'd probably, tap the arm or something of his, nearest Marine, whether it's, Tam or Ray, and just sort of, I'm gonna go check that out. You hear that?
Okay, let's have you roll to investigate, to ask me questions. So you will roll the white dice. Do you think you have any expertise in your skill set that would grant you the expertise dice?
I don't, but I do think it doesn't take very much for Doc to get his stress levels elevated. So I would love to roll a stress die if
that works for me. So white dice and green dice, certainly no bonus at play here. Roll them.
So a 3 and a 4.
3 and a 4. So 4 is what we're looking for, the highest number. On a 4, you get the basic information, which is basically what I've told you already. There is loud music coming from over there. But on a 4, you get to ask me a question. What do you want to know? As you kind of, I don't think you're prepared to go too far from your post, but you edge in that direction, trying to get some fix on what's going on. Ask me a question.
Sure. And to clarify something you said earlier, music.
Yeah, beat.
Music. Okay.
Dance music,
yeah.
heavy beat.
I think I think I would be trying to triangulate this. Like, is this coming from structure? Is it, it's like I'm trying to dial in the detail, like,
Yeah, yeah.
is it from under the snow? Is it, uh,
I get that. I get that. And I think that what dials you in is less the sound, but when you have kind of direction found as best you can through these conditions, about half a block away, through the kind of whiteout, you can see flashing bright lights. Just blurry green and red and blue and green and red and blue. And it looks to be at a height that you would say was a 1 or 2 story building.
okay. Again, just sort of thinking about this cinematically, you see Doc taking a few more steps in that direction. It's almost like, um, this has piqued his curiosity and he cannot help himself. This is so extraordinary. Yeah, yeah.
um, Ray, Ray Mercer,
Mhm.
you were closest to Doc when he heard this, and you see him kind of walking off,
Yeah.
into the, just edging away from his post into
Mhm.
the
I imagine the visibility is decreasing.
it is decreasing. So
Yeah.
visibility is probably about 20 yards,
Yeah.
20 paces. So do you call this in because you've had nothing on the squad net to suggest that there's what Doc's doing?
Given my character's protective nature and disillusionment with authority, there would be probably more of a chance for me to think about following, not necessarily begin until he moves out of visual range.
He is getting out of visual range.
I'd start to move in that direction then, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah. Tam, I wonder if you notice that one point on the perimeter is being abandoned. Would you roll to investigate, please?
Yeah.
You're rolling the white dice. Do you think you have expertise that would apply here?
Um, no. Authority doesn't work, fitness doesn't work, deadly doesn't work. I don't think I do.
No, nor do I. So no orange dice. Uh, would you like the stress dice?
Sure.
Roll them too.
It's not rolling for me.
Try reloading the page.
I'll try reload my page again. I wasn't seeing stuff roll for me earlier let me try again. There we go. And it was the exact same roll. That doesn't feel right.
I got 4 and 3.
Yeah, that's what it
And
was
it looks
when
like
I
it stays the
reloaded.
same. Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on, let me just let me do a reroll. And we will take the 4 and 3, but I'm just. Oh yes, moving for me. Yeah, just
Okay.
as well it wasn't you. I failed. So on a 4, you do spot it. That's what you get for nothing. You see that Mercer is drifting off, and when you see where he's drifting off to, it looks like he's following where Doc went. And it's only a matter of steps, but given that you're already 15, 20 yards away, they're going to disappear into the snow quite quickly. What do you do, Tam? Do you call it in?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, LT, we're breaking rank here. Uh, somebody's got some kind of fucking techno music going on. Some shitty electro pop shit.
All squad from LT. Report in, call in. Where are you? What's happening out there? Because you're all about 10 or 15 paces from him, so he's just a blur, as is the APC. So, Doc, do you respond to that?
Checking something out. I thought I saw something, but
What the
I
fuck do
don't.
you mean, Doc?
He
Raina,
just
Raina,
ignores it.
hold position, hold position.
Slow
Now,
steps. Yeah.
Mercer, you hear this exchange over the squad net. So, what do you do? Do you stick with Doc, or do you call in, or do something else? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to stick with them either way, but think over the radio, it would probably just be something as in moving to cover, something like that.
Yeah, just do my job, LT.
No, no. My mic's gone. My mic's gone funny. So I got it. Just
Tam, both of them disappear in the direction of that music that you're now noticing, and maybe it was the lights, just the slight glow that you've been seeing these kind of bursts in the blizzard from bombardment. This is not that. This is flashing neons about half a block away.
You're running. I'll follow them.
The LT Wynne is relocating into the APC because he wants to see what the fuck his squad's doing.
Wynne looks over in the snow at the tracks, sighs as he pulls his hidden sidearm from underneath his vest, checks the bullets, loads them, carefully inserts it in the holster on the vest, and then climbs in behind the LT and says, Lieutenant Betty, dear boy, I think you should bring the APC around to follow your squad. They appear to be going investigating those noises out in the snow.
What noises?
The lights, not the explosions. There's some sort of someone's having some sort of party, I believe. That's going to call down anti-aircraft fire upon this position, as will the APC. So I would relocate immediately, sir.
Okay. Squad all channels. We're just going to find some cover for the APC. Volk, Mercer, Reina, because all he can see on his screen really is snow from your cameras.
And like the heartbeat monitor.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're
you'll
all
have
there.
our little motion detector pings us just going away.
Mr. Wynne, I need to stay with the rest of the squad while we relocate. Can I ask you to exhibit some oversight on my detached patrol?
And Wynne just looks at him like, of course, Betty, dear boy, of course. Try not to get stuck in the snow.
Absolutely. Jane, find us some more cover away from that noise and light. As
Wynne is going to pick up as he walks out. He's going to just reach over and grab from the rack one of the pulse rifles.
I thought he might. If you want to add that to your load and the rest, that would be good. So, Tam, you are not quite as heavily encumbered as the others, so you will catch up to Mercer at about the point when Doc is stopped at a corner, looking round, and you'll now there's clearly pulsing neons around that corner, and Doc. There's a club going full blast. The music is just vibrating through the storm. The neon lights that say Club Midnight are flashing in alternate neons. There's a bombardment going on, and there appears to be a club in full. What are you going to do, Doc? Do you wait for Mercer and Tam to catch up, or are you going to do something else?
I think I would wait for Mercer, for Ray and Tam to show up. I mean, he hasn't completely divorced himself of his duty. There's just enough has broken through right now to remember, oh shit, but we might have civvies here, right?
Yeah. And so Volk, Mercer, you get the corner. You see what I've described. I think I'm going to go to Tam first. You're a hard ass. And hard ass always does something first.
What the fuck are you two guys doing? It's just some shitty 4 on the floor, 140 BPM, big beat bullshit. These guys are all dead. Let's get the fuck back to evac. Let's diddy him out.
Mercer, Reina, what do you say to Tam? You're protective, Mercer. What do you say?
Got a feeling. Doc, who's about to exit visual range, followed my gut.
Great. Let's turn our guts back to the fucking thing that gets us off this rock.
That's when Wynne arrives. I mean, what do you make of this corp body that's been, spent the last day and a half with you?
Kind of hot.
Utter distrust. Complete stonewall.
Wynne, you now see what they've seen. Mercer is back against the wall with his squad weapon, ready to deploy. Tam is looking really pissed off.
Yeah, he comes out through. He walks like confidently out through the snow. Pulse rifle slung expertly over his shoulder, looking the model of off the parade ground kind of thing. And he nods and he says, "Gentlemen, Specialist Tam," and gives her in particular a warm smile. The lieutenant's taking care of the vehicle. Now, my opinion is that it's not a wise idea for civilians to be broadcasting their location so wildly during the course of an orbital bombardment by the UPP. Now, if you or I was in a dropship overflying this colony and you saw a big glowing spot of light, you would drop a bomb on it, yes? I would suggest that we head in there, we cut the power, and then we get back in the vehicle, and hopefully position will not have been exposed to the UPP, and we are able to return to Fort Nebraska and hopefully secure a position on one of the evacuation ships, yes?
Fucking A right. Let's go blow this popsicle stand.
The corp has a point, but he stays behind me.
All right.
I wouldn't dream of being anywhere in front of you.
And that's when people run out into the snow screaming.
I imagine we all move to acquire targets, and well, I certainly jumpy in that in that environment.
Stivies, dressed for the club, rushing out, screaming. What do you do, Doc?
I think this would trigger his medic DNA, and he would rush out to, greet's not the right verb. It's sort of, save people. That's probably the most blunt way of putting it, right? Assess the situation, treat, severe casualties or etc. Right? There's sort of like a triage list that he's going through in his head already.
Yeah. The people running out appear to be shocked and frightened, but I won't make you roll to tell you that they do not appear to be harmed. They are going to freeze to death at some point, but not right now. Mercer, what about you? You're just, covering, doing that thing that harness allows you to
all
do.
That Tai Chi stuff that they get up to.
Tam, what about you?
Okay. Corporate guys wants us to go in here and shut the power. These people are all going to freeze to death. They were dead anyway. Probably good for them. I'll go ahead towards the club. Just start hopping it.
So, Doc, you're running towards the danger. Tam, you're running towards the apparent danger. Mercer is covering you. Wynne.
Wynne watches the other two, calmly watches the civilians stream in, sees Mercer collapse down, and then sighs, unclips his pulse rifle, and begins to jog about careful, like 30 yards or so behind the other two. Whatever trouble there is, they'll go into it first, but let's see what all this fuss is about.
I think that one of the party goers, Doc, will spot the red cross that you've got on your armor, and kind of come to you and say, "He killed her. He just murdered her. I think he ate her."
It's registering, but not fully. It's not breaking through the sort of triage sequence,
and then runs past you.
Yeah, I think he's picking up Yeah, shock. Okay. I need to sort of like loosen their clothing. I've got something that I can give them for that. I think he's just maybe trying to pick out the worst case as they are. Yeah.
Okay, I'm prepared for that to be the one who this woman, skimpily dressed, club going wear, has run towards you and said, I think he ate her. I think he ate her. What do you do?
I try to hold on to her, keep her from running away from me.
Okay.
What do you mean he ate her? Like, miss, I think you need to sit down. Let me get you with the blanket. Just take some deep breaths. I've got
Okay.
something for this.
Let's see how she responds to your questioning. White dice, you always get it. Expertise?
Um, ooh, borderline sci tech,
I no,
maybe.
I think that's fair. I will give you bedside manner.
Okay.
Given no one has persuasion. So yeah, you can have your expertise dice. You can have the stress dice if you'd like it.
I think so. I think this is once again sort of like ramping up to the next level.
Okay.
So give those three roll, and I've got a 5 on my stress and my 5 in my white.
Right. Now, what's interesting is when the stress dice equals or is greater than your other higher dice, stress automatically goes up by 1. So
Okay.
congratulations. But that will get you a question from her. So I've given you the what you get for nothing. What do you want to know from her?
Oh, who ate who? Like who ate her? Like who's
The
he?
the Marine, he took her up to the VIP and we went to check on her and there's only bits of her left.
Yeah, I think Doc just looks over his shoulder to see if any of his colleagues is hearing this as well.
I don't think so,
Tam.
not given all the noise and the screaming. Tam, you pass the dock. You're going to get to the club entrance. It looks like, the initial rush has trickled down and people are just, huddled, for warmth. What do you do, Tam, when you get to the door?
I look at all of them, probably eyes roving just a little bit, and then say, uh, just hang in the lobby. I've got this. You dumbasses are gonna freeze out here. And then she goes inside.
I wonder if any of them will follow you in. Let's see. There's a catch-all move called roll to do something else.
Okay.
So you are going to roll to convince
I do
them
have
to take.
authority. So
You do have authority, which would count. So white and orange, green if you'd like it.
white and orange. I don't care that much about these people. 1 and a 2. That's terrible.
Oh, that is not good, is it? They are more frightened by you and they back off from you. That authority came on very strong indeed. I will mark again passive. What can I do with that when you mark danger? Um, yeah, I mean it is, as you it's cold behind you, but you feel waves of kind of warmth and humidity just coming out of the club.
Oh, awesome. I haven't been warm in days.
Wynne, you've caught up to Doc. Mercer, you're still covering the crowd, but it's very clear that they are not the threat. Do you close on the club?
I think at this point I will have been moving slowly,
Fine.
providing cover. I will be outside the door, not yet in the lobby.
Wynne?
When Wynne catches up with the doc, the stammering civilian saying all that stuff, they'll turn around and they'll beckon towards Mercer, with clipped military, hand signals that are probably like, Mercer's probably looking and going, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
That's not you. That's not Marine Corps. That's
yeah,
Free World Empire. That is.
yeah. And they'll look at a doc and say, now, there's not enough room in the APC for all of these civilians, Doctor. I'd suggest that if we want them to survive the night, we should secure the only warm building here, yes?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. He feels like he's done everything he can for this, for the
She's
lady that
wrapped
came
in
running.
one of those, silver
Yep.
emergency
Yeah.
blankets.
Crisp packet.
Tam, you're at the door. Mercer is following up. Wynne and the doc are now free to do something else. Do you do anything
Wynne,
before the rest of the team catches up, Volk?
I think we see Tam's got her pulse rifle out, and she's kind of pulling off her cap and the balaclava and everything. It's hot, she's sweaty, and she's trying to peer around, see if she can find, like, is there a way to turn the lights on here? Is there some kind of control deck? Where's the?
It's lit, right? The lights that are flashing
Okay.
outside are also flashing inside. So
Yeah.
you're getting green and blue and all the colors of the rainbow are just flashing across this extended dance floor.
Yeah, it's the music from Blade, the very start, just before the blood
Oh
fountain comes
shit!
on, right? You know?
Wah, 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 wah,
Yeah.
wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
you can see everything but nothing. It's disorientating. There are tables, there's a lower dance floor, which, because I'm how old I am, has a checkerboard pattern that is also flashing. Um, and in the opposite is where the DJ was. And beside him is a spiral staircase going up to what looks to
Merc,
be
you got my
a
back?
gallery.
I'm going up.
This ain't an ideal situation.
No
Lads,
fucking A.
gonna scramble our sensors. Is there any way to... I have analysis and machines,
You
and
do.
then I have that comm pad.
You do.
Would I be able to look for something because these lights you'll not be able to get a shot off anyway accurately with
Okay.
all this
No,
light going on.
I get that. Let's see if you can work out how to turn this stuff off. White dice, I will give you the orange dice for expertise,
Mhm.
and that data tablet boosts your analysis with the bonus dice. So you roll all the ones in the middle, and you can even have a fourth green dice.
Hmm.
So many
Machines are
dice.
what I know. I don't think I need stress in this.
Okay.
Machines I'm confident with. 332. Right.
332. That is fail across the piece, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So you get the minimum of information you need to proceed and mark danger. Okay, I'll mark danger. Ooh, 3 out of 4 on the passive track has been marked. That's interesting. And then what shall I add to this scene? I think that what you need to know is it's probably controlled from the DJ's desk. Yeah. So you need to get across to there. But there's no shortcut.
No.
Yeah. And let me roll a d6 to see whether I get any inspiration.
So we've still got the music going, just for clarity. So that's still thumping.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any
Yeah.
sense of
Yeah.
space or whatever's going on.
But I think as you focus on the desk, the front has got these panels glowing, and there is what kind of could be blood running over the front of it. It's just showing up black.
So I would probably, Doc, get some eyes on this,
So Doc and Mercer heading to the DJ's desk to try and turn this racket off.
Well, I would imagine I would get some sort of covering position, and then probably Tam and Doc.
Yeah, I think you're covering yourself.
Yeah.
You called for Doc. Tam, what about you?
I think I hit the staircase up. There was something about a VIP room and a Marine, right? So
yeah.
I'm hustling up, try to get to that VIP room because that's where the heavy action is. They can turn off the music and the lights.
Wynne, what about you?
Did you say that the blood is by the DJ deck?
It seems to be, it's almost like it ran down the front of the DJ deck.
Yeah.
The kind of desk.
So as Mercer sets, does a sort of textbook kind of like covering staggered move towards it, Wynne steps into the middle of the dance floor, looks around, sees the blood, and just begins to walk like steadily straight across, like no attempts at cover, no nothing, just walking straight towards that DJ deck with his and flicks on the little mounted flashlight on the side of the body armor,
Yeah.
Which I believe would then provoke a big sigh from Mercer.
Tam, on the steps. Mercer, Doc, do you go with Mercer to the deck or do you go with Volk to the stairs?
I think with Mercer to the deck. Just sort of the parting scene is music's blasting and he's just trying to yell above the music. She said he ate her. I don't know if Mercer understands, you know?
Mercer gets that. I think that's pretty scary, Mercer. Would you roll the stress dice, please?
Because I don't like people getting hurt. 6.
6. Stress goes up by another one. Now, Mercer, you know, how does our, because this is a Netflix pilot, obviously. Sorry, a Disney pilot.
Yes.
And how does the audience know that Mercer is getting a little kind of stressed? How does this manifest?
Well, I would imagine he would have fallen comrades dog tags or something. And he would probably go for them or something.
Fingering them, yeah.
It's just
right.
some non-verbal fidget.
Fidgeting, fine, yeah. I like that.
Or like scratching an old scar, something like that.
Okay. And as you come up to the DJ desk and kind of stow the heavy gun and kind of get up to try and turn these lights and noise off, Doc, this is blood. The sense you get is that it pooled somewhere and dripped. Okay? Tamsin, you get to the top of the stairs. There are 3 rooms, VIP suites, for want of a better word. Oh, thank you, Will. I love it when I have a chronicler on board. Tam, one of the doors is open, 2 are closed. Where do you go? 1, 2, or 3? 1 is open.
Open one. Always. Open one.
And you go in and someone has turned the lights on. And there is half a body. Well, when I say half a body, it feels like the soft bits of the gut. You know, the chest cavity and the gut. It looks like they've been removed. That's all I can tell you at this point. What do you want to do?
Holy shit.
Yeah, would you roll for stress?
Yeah, sure. That's fair. 3.
3, which is higher than current?
Yeah, I'm riding at a 1, so I'm now up to a 2.
Okay, you are. Doc, your best estimate is that blood pooled upstairs and dripped down here. Yeah? Mercer, let's have you engage with your machines.
Yes.
Can you get
while he's doing that, if it's okay, Tam over the comms is like, got a corpse up here. Somebody ripped in half.
What? What's that?
Yeah.
No,
and you in the back.
You've got comms, but it is distorted.
Yeah. But
Doc, does that change your focus?
I'm sorry, did you say Doc?
Doc, yeah. Does that change your focus?
I think so, yeah. I think, there's that sort of visually, you see him following the, trail of blood, and then I think the comms is enough to sort of pull him out of the moment. And yeah, he's
Mercer,
upstairs.
Well,
white dice, orange dice, stress dice if you want it.
Well, I think the stress dice will be that the person that will have been watching my back has just run upstairs. So, green, orange, white?
And white, yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I've had to get it set up on my iPad. 3s across the board.
Oh,
that's a 9.
Dearie me.
I don't think that's...
Yeah, this
will my Comtech not...
You've tried to do some stuff. Now, I mean, you've got an analysis tablet, not a plug-in interface device. So I'm going to mark more danger, which moves us to the top of the passive. And I think, yeah, right. Tam, what are you doing while you're waiting for the doc to get up? Wynne, you follow Tam, I think. So you're on the staircase.
No. I walked across to the DJ deck. So,
yes, you did.
So while the doc is, peeled off.
Yeah.
Wynne has been like wincing slightly at this music and the lights and everything, and he's been watching Mercer fiddle around with it, getting increasingly frustrated. And at any convenient time, Wynne's got his own solution to this noise problem.
Oh, well, then Doc, you're
Yeah.
going upstairs. I just want to find out what Tam does in the moment it takes for Doc to get up there.
Well, there's no bogies in this room with the dead body, correct?
Well, there is a Marine lying on the couch, curled into the wall.
Oh, okay. I'm headed over to him. Hey, buddy. Hey. I'll tow him.
Shake him, get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He rolls over. Someone must have shot him because the front of his chest is just a hole. That's when the doc arrives. Yeah.
Well, sorry. All I need to know, rank of this
Private.
Marine? Okay. I feel
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. Donnelly is on his greens. Yeah. Wynne, Mercer has failed to get this stuff to stop happening. It's more electronic than it is mechanical. It looks like he tried pulling the power and it looks like that's not the power for the whole bloody thing. I mean...
Yeah. So, as Mercer's like ripping it, Wynne's just going to reach over, tap him hard on the shoulder and just go like, "Step back, please." And then as he sort of like nudges, he pulls Mercer out of the way. He just unslings the pulse rifle and just burst into all the equipment, just anything that looks like it's, doing anything whatsoever is just shredded in a hail of automatic gunfire.
Let's see how that goes. Roll to do something else with the white dice. Have you got any Comtech at play?
I do have Comtech, yeah.
There you go. So you have the expertise dice. You know what to shoot.
Yeah. I'm using an extremely heavy machine gun on consumer electronics.
You are. So I'm going to give you the bonus dice as well, and you can have the stress dice if you want it.
Well,
I'll have
the
stress
second
die.
thing?
Yeah, I'll have the stress die because I'm getting incredibly annoyed at this delay in our things. Yeah.
They don't play this on the playing fields of Eton.
That's 2 6s, which would be a critical success in other games, but it's just a 6 here.
That works perfectly. But as with anything in this game, a 6 costs. So there is blood. You look up as you turn the lights off and the noise goes. But the destructive approach you've taken, I think, probably means that the lights are still flashing, but at least the noise has gone away.
Yeah, sure.
And in that, you can, you look up and you can see that there's a, dark spot on the ceiling or where this blood has come through. Tam, you're with the body. You've turned him over. It's like someone put a really nasty round into his back, and this is the exit wound. Doc, you get to the threshold of the room. You see the girl on the ground, dressed for the club, but her has been torn open, and chunks taken out of major muscle blocks as well. What do you do?
Yeah, so, again, it's just clicking into medic mode, running through the list. He's going immediately to see if there's any life signs. Yeah.
I won't make you roll for that. None.
None.
The fuck are you doing, Doc?
Yeah. I'm doing my goddamn job.
Nothing. No. That might be to do because the heart's missing. I don't know.
What the fuck did this?
Shit. I don't know, but somebody shot Donnelly.
I get up and I go over to Tam and Donnelly. Repeat the steps.
I will make you roll for this, I think, because it's important to know just how much you learn. So white dice, you can certainly have the orange dice for SciTech, and you can have the stress dice if you like.
I'll continue to push it. Let's go for the stress as well.
Go for it.
Expertise got a 6.
Well, that's as good as it gets, isn't it? So I can tell you on this investigation roll that I've given you the what you get for nothing. You can ask me 2 questions.
So
And you've said what did this to the girl, but now you're at the Marine. So I'm assuming that your first question is about the Marine.
yes, yes. So I think I heard you say exit wounds to the back. Is
No,
that
to the
painful?
front,
To the
chest.
front. To the front. So, okay.
Shall I tell
Thinking
you what you
this.
get for nothing?
Yes, please.
There's no entry wound.
There's no entry wound. Okay. Can Tam see that on my face, or should I utter that out loud?
I think
Tim
our
has
audience
no
sees what
clue.
you see. You kind of roll him over, and there's
This doesn't make any sense. What the
there's a lot
heck?
of blood in these fatigues,
Yeah.
but there's you can't open the fatigues. There's no hole in the fatigues. There's no hole in his back, and yet there's this enormous kind of ribs exposed exit wound. This wasn't
Yeah.
just a pistol round. This
Yeah.
was a big round. You
Mhm.
should be able to see the entry wound.
Can I get a sense of how long ago was this, right? Is there still some, warmth to the body, etc., or is it
No,
nothing?
cold.
Cold.
If anything, it's a. Do you want me out? Want to? No, I need to shut up now and make you ask me questions. So you got all of that for nothing. Now you have first question.
Okay. Well, I thought the last one was my first question. I'm happy to
No,
have
you can
two,
have your
though.
first question again because I wasn't counting then.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, it's number one. It was let's see. So we said that this is very cold. I would love to sort of study the body to get, to be able to sort of once again get finer detail with regards to was this munitions? Was this like some sort of other type of trauma?
Yeah, okay. I think I can tell you with some other kind of trauma.
Okay.
I don't. This does not seem like bullet round damage. When you look at the chest, um, there are this. I mean, maybe there are rats in here that fed on the body, but it looks like that the
Wow.
ends of the
Okay.
bones have been gnawed.
Odd. Wow. Okay. Um, I think my second question, my second reaction would essentially be, are we alone? Like, I would look around to see, like, it can't just be these two bodies, right? Like, are the rats still here?
Tam, you've been here longest. Um, there is nobody else in the room. There is the body on the floor. There is the body on the couch. Um, but you've not really conducted a search per se.
Okay.
Because the docs turned over and said, "Are there rats in here?"
Fucking rats. 2 other rooms. So go to check out these other rooms. There's got to
Okay.
be some other bogey in here that ate her and shot him. Okay.
Okay, we cut downstairs. Mercer and Wynne. At least the music is gone. The lights are
Yeah,
still going.
I'd like to suggest as my, I roll a 6, right? So we get an
You
added
did.
benefit, right? So the added benefit is the strobes are still going because that's much more atmospheric, right? But upstairs there's that boom, 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 boom of the bass, and then there's a bang, 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 and then all the music just stops, and it's like completely silent in here. All you can hear is like a slight background noise of the wind and the snow from outside, and the small vibrations from explosions further away. So the extra benefit is it's quiet in here, too quiet.
Okay.
Record scratch for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
And remember, you can mark info.
I have marked info, yes. And I look over at Mercer and say, oh, well, that's better, isn't it? I heard something about a body upstairs. We should go check it out.
What I didn't ask you to do was roll for stress on that 6 either, did I?
You don't always have to. It doesn't say you have to in the rules.
I think you're perfectly happy shooting things.
No, it doesn't. You're right. Isn't
It says,
that
I think
weird?
I think it says that you may have to.
Yeah, but I'm looking to do something else. You succeed brilliantly. Agree with the GM extra benefit. Yeah. Also, say what freaks you out or highlights.
No, roll, but it does say you have to. Sorry, yeah, it does say you have to. Yeah,
Roll for stress.
roll for stress.
Meanwhile, I'm giving you a look of vague approval.
Well, my stress
Well,
goes
some
up
way
by
to do
one.
it.
Goes
Yeah,
up by one.
yeah. I
And
think what goes up on my stress by one is probably finally clearly hearing Doc over the comms saying, "Man, he's been torn apart. There's holes in him. This girl's been eaten alive. There's something else in here." With like just yeah.
Mercer, I'm guessing Wynne is going to go upstairs. Are you going to follow him? I will say that with the music cut, some people from outside are beginning to edge to the door of the inner door, and look in to see what's going on because the music has stopped and they're
Yeah.
freezing out there.
Well, I'm thinking something along the lines of, I would be leading in the room because in the situation, I imagine in combat situations, military personnel would usually, and I doubt Wynne would want to go first up the stairs with the blood dripping down. So it would probably
So you're going up.
Me going up and then asking Wynne to keep an eye on
Fine.
the civvies back behind us.
So, Tam, searching a room. Let's have you roll the white dice. Any expertise that might apply here?
I mean, I'm deadly.
I think I might give you the benefit of the doubt this time round because I think there
Okay.
is a sense in which you are primed for violence. So yeah, I'll give you that one, and you can have the stress dice if you'd like it.
I want a Primed for Violence t-shirt now.
Right. I will take the stress die. Here we go. So they're all threes.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no,
Oh.
they were threes. I was saying they're threes before I hit the reroll.
Oh,
So
okay,
then
okay.
nothing happens. So let me refresh, and I got a 5, 5, and a 6.
Well, there you go. So on a 6, for nothing, there is nobody else in the room. There is nothing big enough, you think, well, unless there was a pack of rats, to do that to the girl.
Doc's lost his shit. You know what he's talking
But
about.
2 questions.
Okay, great. So, is there anything in this room that could have eaten this girl in half and shot Donnelly in the back?
The answer to that is no, but as you kind of work your way around the room, you will find a heating duct in the floor in one corner, a metal grid. And what's weird is that it looks like some of the metal has been chewed off.
Shit.
So, there's no sign of it being pushed out or pushed in. It just looks like it's been eaten.
Guys, this air duct, the vent was chewed up.
And
Looks
then
like it was chewed up.
Second question.
Second question is, I'm gonna move out the room, and you said there were 2 other VIP rooms, so I'm guessing air duct, but still, I want to clear this top area so we can ignore it. So that can I clear if that's a broad enough?
I think I'm very happy to give you as an answer to your second question that based on what you can see, with your light, this air duct runs across the back of the building, and so it is probably connected to those other 2 rooms upstairs.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
to the next room.
On a
Open it
6, you can declare an extra benefit. No, you get 2 questions. On a 6, you can mark info, but also roll for stress because this is getting really weird.
Okay, how do I mark in? Okay, info. There.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I forget to say it, folks, roll a 6, get some info.
I got a 1 on the stress die.
Oh, cool as cool can be. You get out onto the landing, leaving Doc with the bodies. Mercer arrives on the landing. Wynne is following him. Doc, do you want to do anything else in this room? Looks like those rats could have got in and out through that hole in the vent, though.
No, I think at this point it's really just sort of securing the area, right? Like nothing he can do for these bodies except put them in bags. And right now, again, it's just sort of that military training kicking in.
Okay. Tam, extra benefit is you get to room 2 first.
Great.
Mercer,
Point of
Tam
the
is very
spear,
into that
remember?
benefit. Rich is suspicious of that benefit.
Yeah, remember you're the point of the spear, Rich. You know?
you are the point of the spear. That's what it says. Mercer, Tam is going to clear room 2. Tam, do you signal Mercer to room 3, or does Mercer just go to room 3?
Yeah, I'll,
Yeah.
but I think on the way I'll be like, head on a swivel. What kind of rat can chew through 3 mil of stainless? Like, I ain't never seen a rat that can chew through that.
Who knows, eh? Who knows?
Yeah.
And when you're on the landing, as the doc comes out and says, nothing I can do for them.
Well, if I could, I'd like Wynne to walk into the room as the doc's finishing up, and take his own kneel down by the by Donnelly's body, and feel free to say no. I'm just looking at the mechanics of what you can do with info, right? You know, discover some information without rolling to investigate.
So do you, that gives you a free question. No roll, just a free question.
I misread that slightly because it's about convincing an NPC and previously recognized the importance of. So I was trying to say is that perhaps, you know, this wound, this thing, this whatever, right? Is that there's some. I would happily spend an info to fictionally position Wynne as having some sort of idea of what this might signify.
Ask me a question.
Yeah. Has Wynne heard through his Weyland-Yutani grapevines or anything about this sort of wound, this sort of work here at Fort Nebraska, generally speaking, you know?
Okay. Though Weyland owns and controls the oil infrastructure here, the base is serviced by Borgia Industries. And what I am prepared to tell you is that there is a sub-level, some of which is restricted to Borgia personnel.
Yeah.
And what I think that tells you, if this was a Weyland place, there would be something potentially very valuable behind those locks. Yeah, I don't think I want to let this, for all that he's got the background, he is still out here in the arse end of beyond, you know, servicing a patrol. So I don't think he's got any pre-knowledge of, you know.
No, but perhaps an idea that this might be valuable. This might be that this Donnelly character might have been in those areas.
I will give you this. I will give you this, that as well as his marine insignia, you will spot a Borgia Industries patch showing his attachment to Borgia Industries as you are attached to these Marines.
Yeah. So certainly that last bit is, you know, as he goes over and he studies it and then he just, you know, pulls the body slightly and you can just see that Borgia Industries tab and Wynne's finger traces it and you just see like a cold smile appear on his face, and you hear the click of his gun as he turns around and exits the room. You know?
Okay. Tam, you're first to clear room 2. I'm going to do this and then we'll take another short break. So Tam, you know, is this kick in the door and go in all kind of, you know, or what? What do we see?
Of course, the most badass way possible. It's a door. It offends me.
Kick it open and in you go. The lights are off.
Sweet. Reach up and click. Do we have, like Hez said,
little light on the shoulder?
Like flashlight?
Yeah.
Okay, shoulder. Yeah, flashlight, shoulder. Looking around, got the gun up.
And as you're doing that, you hear the room next door as Mercer kicks that door in.
Nice. So badass. This is amazing.
Imagine. Oh, sorry.
I am going to spend one of my available dangers. I thought I might get a bit further, but I'm going to spend one now. To that a threat. I'm going to declare a complication. There is something very strange that you're your flashlight illuminates. In the top right-hand corner of this room, between where the ceiling and the two side walls come together, there's a kind of how would I describe this? A sack, a bag, just hanging from the wall, attached to the ceiling, and it gives the slight reflection from your flashlight. Mercer, you kick open your door.
Mm-hmm.
Lamp goes on, and we see you looking round. Clear, shouts Mercer.
There's a
What do you-
bogey in here, some kind of fucking sack. Something. I'm gonna
Doc,
move up towards it.
okay.
Gun trained on it.
Doc, you're closest to Tam in terms of backup. Mercer has to come out the other room. Do you follow Tam into the room?
You know, I wanted to sort of like delve into this potential tension. Is it, would I have seen Wynne poking around the body from maybe my peripheral?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe just enough for me to, what the fuck are you doing over there? Aren't you worried
Well,
you're gonna get some blood on your tie?
That's where we will take a 5-minute break. Back in our
Oh,
seats.
then the last words before the cut is
No.
Wynne just smiling up and saying,
No.
Wynne just saying, I've never been afraid to get my hands dirty.
Okay. Cut. Commercial break. Back in our seats, 1:15. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see where that goes.
I've got nothing but Alien pretty much booked for that whole aircon weekend. It's like Alien, two aliens, mothership, and another one that's like a space thing.
You are so predictable.
Well,
Oh.
Why not? um,
Are you going to be
yeah,
able to get here on the Thursday night, or are you going to join us on the Friday morning?
no, I'll get on the Thursday, and I'm going to take the whole day off this time rather than do what I did last time. Yeah,
because it was a bit of a schlep after work, wasn't it?
it was awful. I'll still be coming after work. I'm just going to try and leave earlier. Like I spent what was it like half an hour, 40 minutes just trying to get out of Manchester, get like onto the road. It was shit.
You picked the wrong time to try to get on the M62.
It's like that all the time. It's terrible. I've been reading my copy of Cosmic Dark.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I like the look of it, but it's a campaign as opposed to
that was my sense
similar scenarios.
when
And
I read the blurb.
It's very rigid, which I'm fine with, but
yeah, it's kind of play once and walk away. Anyway,
are we waiting for Rory or?
No, because I think this is about Doc and Wynne.
Okay.
So the Doc says, "What the fuck are you doing with that?" And you say, "My hands dirty." It's an opportunity for me to introduce you to Seek Relief from the Horror. Your stress is controllable.
Okay, sorry.
There is a managed stress move. It's on a tab called Managed Stress. And what I'm wondering, Doc, is whether you want to parlay this confrontation into you behave badly, which will allow you to erase one stress. Simple as that.
Oh, absolutely. That
Actually inflict it on me.
Yeah, the scene's begging for it.
So it says when the fiction allows and the GM agrees. Oh, hang on. Did I start the? Yes, I did start the recording. When the fiction allows, GM agrees, choose one of the options. Immediately reduce stress by 1. So erase 1 stress, Doc.
Okay.
You've framed the relevant vignette. You've come at you've had a go at Wynne. And roll 1d6. Simple as that. It's painless.
Okay. Okay.
Pick a dice that likes you.
So I got a 6.
Wow. So on a 6, 4+, and they're a PC. They take it really badly and say why they're hurt by what has happened, and they roll for stress. But on a 6+, it was really worth it. Reduce stress by another 1. If only you had another 1 to give. Oh. Wynne, roll for stress.
I rolled for stress and I rolled a 1.
Oh, wow.
So this doesn't, Wynne, you just see like a flash of irritation and he just says, I have no problem with getting my hands dirty. And, someone around here needs to be able to do their job private. And just, pushes past.
Enough said.
Yeah.
So that was Doc. Mercer, you get to the room where Tam has been just in time to see Tam do what?
Are you asking me or Tam?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm asking Tam.
Okay.
I nudged the little, because that's what you do.
Exactly.
I'm pointing the spear, so I'm nudging the thing.
Okay, so if I could direct you to the bestiary tab,
I didn't even know we had a bestiary tab.
That's not what you want to hear.
If you look at the first block, which says Xenomorph 1, 2, and 3, about 2/3 of the way down there, it says Stage 3 Cocoon.
Okay, cool.
When first
Seems
encountered,
peaceful. I saw that movie.
This obscenely pulsing structure drips slime. Roll for stress, Tam.
I mean, if I were Will, I'd argue with you. It's just a sack, but I'm not, so I'll roll stress.
Just
2, which
2.
I have a stress of 2.
So you're fine. Has to exceed it. Say what you do before rolling d6 to see what it does. Now, you've told me you go and poke it, but I'm going to back off from that because now you've seen that it's clearly organic of some description before you get to poke it.
So as I get close, I know there's a roll. There's one of the things is it drips acid, but is it dripping acid currently? Do I
No.
hear a hit? Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, I
you
think
can
it's a
see
thing
out
where
the bottom. There's this, and the camera comes in close as this gobbet of slime just kind of elongates, and you can see that there's quite a little pool of this slime underneath it as
Really
you kind
enjoying my
Oh,
coffee.
weird. Yeah, I do think she nudges it and takes a quick step back.
Okay. If you attack a cocoon, touch it, or get close enough to meaningfully examine it, whatever action you take, you add a total of 4 risk die to the dice pool. So I think this is investigate. I think you're trying to
Sure.
poking it by working out what it is. So you get the white dice. Expertise.
I'm
I will give you
deadly.
deadly for stress assessment.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Before-
Or maybe even fitness to jump away.
Apologies, but before any action takes place, I've made it to the doorway, correct?
Yes, you are
Okay,
seeing
good,
this
good.
happen.
I'm observing this directly.
Yeah, you are.
Cool.
I
Well,
don't.
wait, sorry,
Go
just
on.
to check in. I thought Mercer was hitting the other room.
No, he did,
Was
and he
Mercer-
shouted
Oh,
clear.
I've
That's
made my way
right.
back.
You shouted
And
the
then
clear.
you
That's right.
said,
That's right.
I got a
Thank you.
bogey, and so he's
Thank you for
next
catching me
up.
back up. There's some part of
Okay.
that had
So-
disappeared from my brain. Okay.
So white dice, orange dice. You can have the stress dice if you'd like.
Sure. I know you want me to. So I'm mostly doing it as a favor to you, Alan. Do I roll these risk dice? You said there
Oh
was
yes,
something
and
like
and 4 risk dice. Sorry, yeah, the 4.
Four.
Counting from the left.
Yep, 4 from the left. So I'm rolling a whole lot of dice. Let's see
You
how
are.
this is very exciting. They all made moves things, and I got a 6 on stress as my
Well-
highest die.
Fine. So 6 is stress is highest, so stress automatically goes up by 1. Yeah, but this goes very well because if those risk die equal or exceed your best other roll, then a serious harmful consequence emerges. So we will see acid drip from the bottom of this. The goo turns kind of yellow in your light, and where it hits the ground, and you can see it kind of just going through the floor of this more or less prefabbed building. So on a 6, you can ask me 2 questions. You don't need to roll for stress because stress already went up by 1. You do mark info. For nothing, this appears to be a bag of acid and goo. Do you want to ask me 2 questions about it?
I'll happily give a question to Mercer because this is not really my bailiwick as Tam. I am here to shoot things and kill stuff. What question could I ask? Here is the thing that ate that girl and shot Donnelly in this bag of acid stuff.
This bag is probably 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters, so it's quite a big sack. And my guess is that computing that back to the hole in that grid, that heating grid, whatever's in there is too big to fit into that vent.
Okay.
Does that seem like a fair answer?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah?
That's fair.
Do you want to ask the second question or do you want to pass it on?
I'll pass it on.
Mercer, do you have a question about this? Again, I'll describe it. This obscenely pulsing structure drips slime and now some acid. And you saw Tam kind of jump back
Yeah.
out of the splash.
So in terms of questions, so you said it was about 2 meters across.
It's about 1.5 meters. It's in the corner. It's 4 or 5 feet that way, and that way.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Is there?
it may not be a question to be asked. Don't get me
Well,
wrong.
I'm just well, it's kind of, I imagine we already have a sense, but roughly how quickly does the acid melt through the floor? Or does
If we had anyone left on the ground floor, they would now be seeing acid coming through the ceiling.
Okay, right. So it's potent at this point.
Yeah, but just a small, just a
just a little. So I think from that you can surmise maybe don't touch it anymore yet.
What I will tell you is that I see obscenely pulsing. The pulsing appears to be taking on a more rapid rhythm.
Right. So maybe I think either Tam or I should probably get a second opinion from some sort of medical professional. So, get in here. It's moving.
Doc, you get the call. So
Okay.
Wynne is also on the comm circuit.
We got movement, you know.
Doc, do you go?
I go. Yeah, I just had this moment with Wynne. I'm sorry, with yes, Wynne. And yeah, need to separate myself.
Wynne, you also got the message. Do you follow Doc?
Well, we're just down the corridor.
Oh, you're literally a door
Yeah,
and a landing away. It's kind of three
yeah.
steps.
I think Wynne is walking, and then Doc, after we're going past Doc, and Doc probably picks up his pace, right, and pushes past Wynne in the corridor, like shoulder check as he goes past, right,
and kind of stands in the doorway, so Wynne has to look over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Tam, you're at point on this. Mercer is behind you, about 3 paces behind you, offering covering.
I've raised my weapon at this point.
Yeah, let's wipe this thing off the face of this godforsaken planet.
So do you step back to Mercer and
say that,
light it up?
and then let's light it up. I pause to see if anyone, and then
Yeah.
Mercer?
Well, I'm gonna, light that MFer up.
Okay.
Just as that first gunshot, as it's about to go off, right, you see Wynn's head poke around Doc and go, what? Too late to stop it. But what?
Doc, you're in the doorway when Tam says, light it up. Anything you do or seek to interfere or?
No, I think I would have had a moment to try to recognize this, right? I've been on other planets before. I've worked on farms. I mean, I'm going through the catalog of, the taxonomy of things. I imagine I don't recognize this. Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, just make sure you don't know what it is before it's all over the walls.
Slightly leathery bag with these kind of lips at the bottom through which the goo and the acid leaked. Okay, so let's start with big guns first. So Mercer, you're using the white dice, you're using the orange dice for your fight and shoot expertise. You have
sorry to interrupt.
Go on.
Would I have some sort of disadvantage due to the size of my weapon and the
No, I don't think
presumably
so. I mean,
confined space?
No. I mean, it's this room is about 10 or 15 feet square.
Okay, cool.
I think that's not a problem. You're in front of the doorway. Tam has backed up beside you. You've both got a target on this thing.
So we have clear shots. Yeah.
Clear shots. And so white dice, orange dice.
White dice, orange dice. And I imagine you want a stress dice in there as well.
I think that, first time in combat on this mission, you've been here for months and nothing untoward has happened. You've been checking oil pipelines.
So I'm thrilled then.
So you're thrilled. So by all means, pick the stress dice.
Yes. So I'm getting a 6 on stress, 2 on expertise, and 1 on white.
So 6 on stress means stress automatically goes up by 1. But that goes very well. You inflict 2 stress on this thing. Mm-hmm. And that is enough to rip through this sack, and for whatever's inside the sack to fall out of it. Tam, do you want to fire at the deflating sack or the thing on the ground?
Thing on ground. Sack, it was holding thing on ground. Thing on ground needs to be no longer functional.
Okay.
No, on the ground.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. So
white dice, orange dice. You are deadly, so you get the bonus dice, and you can also have the stress dice if you want it. And you're far enough away that the risk dice don't come in.
Oh man, that sounds awesome. I'll just do the 3 no stress. This is exciting for me. I'm very happy to destroy this thing. This is heroic.
I think we all learned a little bit about you today, Tam.
That is a 6 and a 6 and a 4.
Well, if only double 6 meant something, as Will has often complained to me. So on a 6, this goes perfectly. And, you see rounds, impact on this thing. It appears to be insect-like chitin, shiny chitin with goo running off it. But as you empty into it, acid leaks out from the wounds. And also, where Mercer just, annihilated the sack, that has also disgorged a dollop of acid onto the ground around this thing. And you hear hissing. The acid is hissing on the floor, and then the floor gives way, and the thing drops through. What do you do, Wynne? Because you are closest to the gallery that overlooks the downstairs.
Yeah. If that gallery has a viewpoint on...
It doesn't, because
No.
It's you'd have to kind of look under the gallery, or you can go downstairs.
How high above the dance floor is the gallery?
About 15 feet.
Too high. I run down the stairs.
It's probably less than that to the DJ's.
I'm very glad it wasn't just me thinking that.
It's less than that to the DJ's desk.
Yeah, I take the quickest way downstairs. If that's to the stairs that go down the back of the DJ's desk, then it's there, yeah.
Fine. Roll the white dice. Do you have fitness?
I do.
There you go. And I'll give you the bonus dice because that's not a terrible drop. Roll to do something else. You can have the stress dice as well if you like.
No, I'll just roll these 3.
And there's this kind of athletic kind of sidestep over the top. Oh, a 6. God, you're killing me. Remember
2 6s again. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So a 6 on the stress dice. Stress goes up by 1. And you make a perfect landing.
I didn't actually roll the stress dice.
You didn't. Sorry, take it back.
Yeah.
So mark info.
Uh-huh.
You land, 3-point superhero landing with the gun in the other hand. Doc, you see what happens in the room, and you look over your shoulder. Wynne has just jumped off the gantry to the down below. What do you do, Doc?
I would chase after him. I'd go, yeah.
Down the stairs?
I think, yes, because I think cinematically it works best if I don't catch up with him.
Mercer, Tam, big hole in the ground. This thing dropped through it after Tam put a couple of rounds into it, a short burst.
Mm-hmm.
Hissing, what do you do?
I destabilized.
Fire in the hole!
Oh. I was going to say, are we equipped? I haven't had a proper look. Are we equipped with explosive?
Well, I think...
grenades.
I was going to say, Wynne is also down there, though.
Well, yeah, but Tam doesn't know that, does he, at this point? And, maybe...
Would he not have seen? Kind of legged it past us down the hole.
Tam, and drops it. Wynne, at that point, is dropping at the same rate of acceleration as the grenade. So the grenade and Wynne will land slightly earlier because he lands on the desk rather than on the ground. Drop it, and there's whoosh, down there. Yeah. So let's see how that went, shall we, Tam? White dice, orange dice, bonus dice for deadly, stress dice if you want it, and I think 2 risk die aimed at Wynne.
Oh man, I'll take the stress die to try to keep the risk die from hurting.
Fine.
Wynne.
Fine.
I still have to roll the stress die for my 6, and I think you've explained why I'm rolling the stress die.
Yes.
So I just want you, Will, to know I am rolling a stress die to save Wynne a little bit of possible damage.
Yeah. I forgive you, Rich. It's fine.
Because Tam thinks this is the best choice and also kind of badass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't?
Oh, wow. That's a lot of 6s, and one of them's in the risk.
Okay. So, right. Okay. So you've got, it goes perfectly. You inflict a significant amount of harm on whatever's down there. Unfortunately, because that 6 is also in the risk die, Wynne is in the window of damage. So mark info, Tam. And the reason you're going to roll for stress is when you look away as the whoosh, and then you look down, and it gets up. So roll for stress, please, Tam.
Yeah, okay. Come on. I did not reroll. Hold on. There we go. That's a 1. Oh, this is exactly
Cool.
what I wanted
Cool.
to happen.
Exactly. Exactly. I'll come to Mercer in a moment, but Wynne, you need to roll for, and there is a tab called Confront Them.
Mm-hmm.
You need to roll.
Can I first just get that stress roll out of the way?
Oh, yeah, do.
My stress goes up strangely as a grenade as I land, and like I don't
Right.
think I land in a
3-point
3-point,
turn,
2-point.
and slow motion.
Yeah, we're
You see
not in the badass version of the
Do
Aliens.
you have a
We're in the
moment
more
to react
prosaic
is the
one, right?
question.
Yeah, I don't jump down in a 3-point Superman turn. I like fall and like pull myself up the DJ thing just as a grenade goes.
Yeah, and with that slightly smarminess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
stress goes up.
and
So
then
do something else.
no, 1d6.
Confront.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So am I
did it.
rolling the harmful consequences?
You are 1d6, one that you think likes you.
Mhm.
I don't think that there is anything to adjust that. It's a straight d6.
Okay.
You're looking for a high number.
I rolled another 6.
Well, 4 plus. You were lucky this time. It hurts, but you'll live.
Mm-hmm.
On a natural 6, also, because it was so close, roll for stress and mark info.
Cool. I roll for stress again. That goes up again. Unsurprisingly, because grenade goes up in my face. And I think that like he doesn't so much get down, right, as like a piece of fragment of like black just like pings off his
Armor.
like black vest, yeah, and like he gets like full on like the wave like pushes him back into like the Grek speakers behind him, and he's like stumble, but it just wasn't enough to actually hurt him. But he's like ringing in his ears and like
I was
that.
going to say, would there be
style.
a stun effect from the shockwave? So
well,
Yeah.
no. Stun grenade would have been a different question, but yeah. So Doc.
But I am cinematically.
Yes, obviously. For the purpose of the story alone.
So Mercer, you see the explosion, then what do you do?
I was thinking, I imagine I'll have been probably hoofing it as soon as so I'm probably, would I be halfway down the stairs given my movement speed?
I think it depends where the dock stops, because the dock set off down that stairs as soon as Wynne went over the side.
So Doc bolted.
Yeah. So
do I shoot?
Well, no, it's a spiral staircase. It's a real pain in the arse.
Well, I would probably be behind Doc, but I would be able to fire from my position on the stairs.
Let's see where the dock stops.
Yeah. Well, yeah, good plan.
So Doc, Wynne goes over. You're about to go down the stairs. You hear the whoop and the flash of the grenade going off below you. Does that slow you down?
Oh no, I think Doc's kicked into sort of that medic mode, and running to treat the situation. You got it. Yeah, but has probably missed a lot of detail as he makes his way down that winding. Yeah.
Fine. So Mercer, the dock gets to the bottom of the stairs, and Wynne is kind of getting to his feet. Tam, you saw it get up and move out of view. What do?
You said it was a 15-foot, 20-foot drop?
15 foot, but I will say that acid has not stopped.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to back up and then go down the stairs.
Fine, okay.
It's down, it's up. It's down there. It's back up and running. Watch your 6s.
And I think that is what, Doc, you will see first, is in the shadowy... Oh, no, we still got the lights going. So it's this bizarre kaleidoscopic figure with reflections coming off all its surfaces. Vaguely humanoid. We know what we're talking about. What do you do, Doc, when you see this thing? There's the explosion. There's a spray of acid maybe from the damage done that sprayed one side of the DJ's desk. Happily, Wynne was on the other side. What do you do?
I think at this point would draw my rifle and Wynne, just calling out into Wynne, but still taking steps towards. It's like I'm fighting that the push pull internally of I'm afraid of the situation, but I got to do my duty.
Okay, so first things first then. When it does enter the scene, and this is the first, it's been passive so far, now it's in the scene, we see it for the first time, you roll for stress.
Let's see.
As the person getting eyes on for the first time.
I have rolled a 3.
And that's higher than, isn't it? So stress goes up by 1. Okay. And then you roll a d6 to see what it does next.
Okay. Does it matter which color I roll?
One that likes you.
let's roll that stress one more time. I rolled a 5.
A 5, 4 plus. It pauses, assessing the threat you pose and/or your potential value to the hive. What do you do before it does something else, Doc? Now, is this a burst?
I think this. You got it. Yeah, I think my reaction here would be, pull the trigger.
Okay. So that is white dice, orange dice for shoot and fight. You can have the stress dice if you like. It's too far away from you for it to be a risk to you right now.
I think this would be stressful for Doc. This isn't his main game, so let's see. And I got the highest roll was the stress. That was a 5.
Okay, so you hit it, and you're firing armor-piercing rounds. You see a bit of the chitin burst away. A spray of acid again. How is this thing not? Because acid was dripping on it. Acid is running off it. What's going on here, Doc? So stress went up by 1. You hit it. Mercer, you're halfway down the stairs. Wynne, you've got to your feet and you're looking over the kind of the desk where the acid spray hit. And this thing is about to act. What do you do, Wynne, apart from roll for stress?
I duck.
Roll for stress and duck. No, I tell you what, I won't make you roll for stress because you ducked. That's okay.
Yeah, and because I've just made my stress roll for too much info, which before the grenade went down would have been seeing this thing, right? So what I saw was boom, and then this. From my probably the cameras on Wynne's point of view is like this, the shaky cam, the shadows, and then this silhouette like coming out of the thing.
Out of the these grenades obviously cast smoke.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Mercer, you've come halfway down. You make a turn,
Mm-hmm.
and the Doc puts a round.
The Doc's put a few rounds down range.
So you come to face this.
Mm-hmm. So I get
first things first. Roll for stress.
Of course.
Because you saw a thing on the ground and it dropped through. This is your first good look at it.
Number 5. 5 on stress.
Stress goes up by 1.
It does indeed.
Yeah. Yay. So now then, bestiary. You roll for stress. Do you have fitness?
I do not.
Do you have cowardice?
I do not.
Do you have deadly?
I do not.
Then it acts before you can do anything. Would you roll a d6, please?
D6. Likes me, I think. Orange usually works well for me. 3.
3. Okay. 2 to 3. It tries to grab you. Do you confront it at range or flee for your life or do something else?
I imagine if it's coming towards me, that'll mean
the head has been scanning and then it fixes on you.
Yeah.
You see it crouch and it leaps
because it'll be having to go past the fire squad, presumably.
Well,
so
I imagine the Doc is down there to one side.
Mm-hmm.
This is leaping at the staircase.
Leaping at the staircase. So I imagine from as quickly as I can react from seeing a fast movement, I will be firing at it.
Okay.
As the weapon is stabilized and such, I imagine.
Of course it is. Of course it is. So you are going to confront it. That's white dice, orange dice, stress dice if you want it.
Well, I think I'd be a bit stressed. I'd be a bit stressed if I was seeing him off leaping at my face. One expertise, one word.
Then risk die. One risk die if you're at risk. Another one because they're a warrior. So you are rolling 2 risk die.
In addition, because I just had a roll there and it was not successful. So, apologies.
Okay, so now roll 2 of those, the 2 red dice on the left.
Yes.
Because what did you get as a top?
Let's just re-roll them. Okay. Well, I had a 1 in stress, a 1 in expertise, or a 3 in expertise. And
Okay, so a fail across the piece.
It was a fail. It was a fail.
Okay.
And then I've got a 1 and a 6 in risk. Just from
okay, so you are going to be at serious risk of harm.
Yep.
The distraction, just, the thing just moves so quickly that you're firing past it as it impacts the staircase and you. Harmful consequences are on the confront them tab. You simply roll a d6. You can add your stress dice if you want to take the best outcome.
Got a xenomorph on my face now, so...
Yeah, a bit like this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, it is.
Except with the stroby lights. It's terrifying.
So, white dice, do you want the green one?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Keep things interesting.
And you are going to get a -1 adjustment.
Well,
because they are a warrior.
Well, I've got a 1 on the white and a 3 on the green.
Stress goes up by 1 for the 3.
Is that above my current stress level? I'm at a 4 right now.
Oh no, if the stress dice comes out higher.
Oh right, yes, of course.
Unfortunately, they're both fails. So 1 to 3. The consequences are serious. Tell the GM if it's mortal. You fill your stress track and die. It's bloody. You die after 1 more action without medical treatment. It's painful. You cannot use your expertise until you get medical treatment.
With my equipment, I don't think I have any explosives, so that is off the table. A very cool sacrifice, unfortunately. I have a combat knife. So if I go bloody, that would mean... So if I... What was the one with the... cancelling out an expertise?
Yeah, so there's when it says expertise on your character sheet, currently it says available.
Yes.
You can sacrifice that.
So I will then be unable to.
You'll be unable to do it until your stress goes up.
Right. Well, I imagine I'll take that option then.
Fair enough.
I'm too interested in the character now. I don't want to lose him just yet.
So I think what happens is it hits the spiral staircase, and as it says in the bestiary, it grabs you, and you need to do something else to dodge its venomous tail every turn until you succeed brilliantly, and it enigmatically departs. And then option chase down. So it's got you. It hits this,
yes.
The metal of the stair is deformed by its impact. It's got you, and you see this tail whipping around the back. Tam, you get to the top of the spiral staircase and see this happen. Doc, you're at the bottom of the spiral staircase and see this happen. Wynne, you're ducked down behind. No, succeed brilliantly is a 6.
Just 1 6. Nice.
Just 1 6. Just 1. Wynne, you duck down so you didn't, and then you see this on the staircase just to one side of you. Yeah. So I think I'll go to our badass first. Tam, it's got him. It's trapped him on the staircase. The gun is kind of wibbly wobbling about as he tries to fend it off or get to a knife or something. And this tail is whipping round. What do you do?
Point and shoot, baby. That tail is going off. Yeah, I don't know anything about acid for blood, so I have a plausible deniability in shooting this tail off. It's
Okay,
I'm looking forward to having no face.
So you have the white dice, you get the orange dice, you get the deadly bonus dice. That's 3. You can have the stress dice, but you're also rolling 2 risk die for the potential harm to Mercer.
Definitely taking the stress die. I like Mercer. He's good people. He's one of our unit. I'm trying to save him. I don't want to lose him. Oh, that is okay. I got a 6 on my bonus die.
That's all that matters.
5 on the risk.
So no risk. Was the attempt to actually try to section the tail?
Yeah.
On a 6, I have to give you that as the extra benefit, don't I? You don't just hit it. You take the tail off.
Really an extra benefit, but sure. Yes, that's what Tam wants, and that's what Tam gets.
And there's a spray of acid all over the place.
Oh shit!
But but none of it hits anyone. Those risk die are less than 6. So, it sprays away into the space, and the tail is ripping away. That succeed brilliantly. Mercer throws himself. The thing kind of turns in your direction, lets go of Mercer. He flips over the balustrade on the spiral staircase and falls to the ground.
Do I land on the DJ deck? Because it'll make a cool sound.
No, you don't. Sorry, it's over there. And the monster peels away from the staircase and lies in a growing pool of acid, which you can hear hissing through the base, the concrete base of this structure. And that, my friends, is where we end episode 1.
Oh.
Yeah, we will kick off with the team, perhaps in this place, or
next time on.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's okay with you, I'd like to do a quick stars and wishes, just to make sure I can try and come up with something next time that makes sense. I'll start with Will and Rich, and then Ed and you, Rory, last, so you get some sense of it.
Yes.
A star is something that you enjoyed, something somebody did that you enjoyed, something that gave you a buzz. A dream, a wish is something that you wish had gone differently, or you would like to have gone differently, or maybe next time you would like to see. So let me start with Will. Any stars, any wishes?
I like this change to the setup of the nightclub. I mean, anything time I can invoke the blade music is going to be a star from me. I really like the squad, the interplay, all the stuff, the spear point, the taking it very, very seriously, or a big heavy weapons platform out was a bunch of scared ravers run past us. Yeah, doing the whole Vasquez and Frost smart gun routine. And I quite liked Doc giving Wynne shit, but especially the Doc checking for the pulse of this eviscerated corpse. Like,
you can't be too thorough.
Yeah, but
I mean, when it doesn't have organs.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be too thorough in that regard.
Yeah. But no, it was all good. I really thought the fight scene was really good. Wishes. It occurs to me, and you could take it any direction from here, knowing this scenario somewhat, right? But if we wanted to get to any of the later stuff that's in that scenario, then maybe some sort of it's only got another session, right? One more session. So it occurs to me you could do some sort of love letter-ish fortune roll type. How did Act 2 of the movie go for
So
Act 3 of the movie?
Yeah.
The exposition chapter. You know what I mean?
The trek to the inevitable lower levels of this facility. Yeah. I second that absolutely.
Okay. Rich, what about you? Any stars, any wishes?
Yes. Wish that Will didn't have so many tech issues to have to do phone, and that sounds super annoying. You did great, by the way. The phone video was awesome, and you were able to keep. So you managed it well, but it's annoying that you have to jump through hoops. That's a bummer. Also, wish that the die roller would display when things.
Yeah, I know.
That's always been the case, though.
Yeah,
it's a real pain.
Go for a party.
I remember it was
tooth or something. It just feels kind of.
My difficulty is that I can't find anything else that does.
I know, because you have to do the different colored of dice. Yeah, I get the challenge.
Array and the clocks, and it gives you all of the different dice. I remember we used this on our. You were saying it was the one on Star Wars that we did.
It's
just you have to refresh if you want to see what the other person's rolled. You refresh, and that does show you what they have rolled. It just doesn't update automatically.
Roll with me would be my preferred option if we could get it up and going again.
It didn't work great for us either, though, did it? No. That's why we went to this.
Yeah, it's broken at the moment, sadly. But
Owlbear
Rodeo?
Any stars?
No,
I thought about Owlbear, but there's not a way to leave a set of differently coloured dice on the table, so you end up having to roll a white dice, then a
Yeah, the
Well,
Mad
this,
Dice doesn't do that for you either.
No.
There's the dice, which I think could work pretty
All
well.
right.
well,
You may
you
want to
could
check that one out.
probably, well, I
No,
say
I
you.
no, I probably could, but I'm not going
No, I'm
to.
saying
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
meant
Fine.
for
Yeah.
future
I'll stop
campaigns,
solution. I'll stop
probably
solution.
make
Yeah,
some sort of
yeah,
program in
yeah.
the Discord.
Let's not
Yeah.
not problem solve that now. It it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a pain.
sorry. I should have just kept it at. That's kind of a bummer that our online solution isn't as good as what we could
As
do
we'd
at a
like
physical
it. Yeah,
table.
yeah.
But I do have stars.
Okay.
Really enjoyed Doc, his humanity, the genuinely caring about people. That was great. Such a nice. It felt very. Oh gosh, Hermit. No, it's not. Is it Hermit from the new Alien series that just happened? Well, it's not. It's not
Alien
Hermit.
Earth.
I
I
know.
still haven't seen that, Rachel.
Oh, freaking awesome!
I
Like
need
it
to
ends
put my-
I think it ends poorly, but it is a great ride.
I can't sign into my Disney Plus on my telly.
Hang on.
Sorry.
It is
We're getting
Hermit.
off topic.
Okay, so anyway, Hermit is a like humane character, doctor. I felt that resonance was cool, and I really enjoyed that. Even to the point of a little overboard of like, yeah, I'm gonna check for it. That was great. It was fun because it set up Tam for a smart aleck remark. Thank you very much for that. Wynne, Will, great job of like kind of driving us towards doing the cool action thing. Oh, well, obviously we need to go shut the power off. Obviously we need to bring the civilians into the. That's really smart. I'm not going to call it backseat jamming, but like really smart, herding us to the cool bit. So I super love that. It was super nice because we didn't have a CO for you to step into that role, even though, I didn't. Like Tam didn't care that a grenade went off near you. Oh, sorry, corp guy. And
I think
Rory,
that's worth a star in itself.
Rory, I really enjoyed Mercer. I think it's interesting. I love the guy with the big gun and the clearing the rooms, all that cool stuff. You added a lot of
Big
things.
guy, big gun. It's always compelling.
And you had some awesome, like, it's little bits, but it's one of the things why I love we play on video, you doing the motion. That I get into that. I'm super into it. And Alan, this was a nice conversion of a much more complex mechanically game and that scenario setup. And Will already mentioned having the cool music going on that was really out of left field and unexpected and fun. This was great. I'm really sad that it's only 2 sessions already.
Eduardo, what about you?
Sure. I think I'm gonna mirror a lot of the comments that were said by everybody else. Stars to everybody. Like, my goodness, you all inhabit your characters so naturally, and this is my first game on Open Hearth.
Mine as well.
Long
So
ago
you're not
played
alone.
Yeah, and just like, what a reliable. You can always come here for a great game. And then, to Alan, it's just, yes, this like once again triggers my memory that you are always so great at managing the table. Like there's just, you've got a great skill at that, and I love it. And then when it comes to wishes, just again, I'm repeating the comments that others have made that I'm afraid that we're not going to be able to do enough in like 2 games, and I've really just sort of heartbroken about it. But I love the idea of some sort of chapter 3 or epilogue or something to that effect to be able to just get to this, just sort of a fulfilling conclusion. That's probably the best way of putting it. But
Yeah, I get that.
I want to snake in and say
go
also
on.
wishes we need death. We need characters to die. Character creation is easy. I am happy. I offer Tam as tribute, although nobody wants her to die because she's the best. But I'm okay with it.
I really thought we were going to lose one right there at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was going to be me.
Yeah, well, exactly. Tam, I was prepared for you to take the alien out with one stress left, but I was certain we'd get some collateral.
I was going to say, like, I was going to get covered in acid or something. Like, saved my bacon, honestly.
So yeah, I mean,
But
die when you want to, guys. There's always the sacrificial option.
die when you want to. Another good T-shirt idea.
Rory, any stars, any wishes?
I don't think I have zero expectations going forward, so I wouldn't say I have wishes. I'm just enjoying the ride more than anything. But as for stars, the interplay between certain characters like Doc and Wynne, like I want to see more of that. I want to know more of is this going to come to a head at some point? Is there going to be fisticuffs or something?
Well, I mean, what I would
it's-
suggest is that, you know, at the start of next session, because there is a kind of little pause, perhaps, after all this action. I might be suggesting that some of you need to, if you want to survive, you may want to think about managing that stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
my stars, thank you for throwing yourself at this. I quite enjoy, because I have run this as a one shot, and that's really kind of wow. But it was nice to have a little bit of place for the characters to breathe a bit and a little bit of interaction and a kind of slow build to something that was very satisfying for me. Wishes, yeah, you know, I hope somebody does go under the bus, because even if it's in the epilogue, you know, I don't know. Anyway, that's what happened last time. But I am going to think about how we can progress the middle act, the getting to Fort Nebraska and what you find there. I think is probably the way we'd script this if we were in the writers' room. But beyond that, that's fine. I will just check in. I have recorded this. I would hope to put this up on the site. I would hope to publish this so people can see the joy of your play. I will just review the recording, so we just check that that little snippet in the middle doesn't cause us any embarrassment.
A lot of cursing, just a warning. I dropped the F-bomb a whole lot.